Hey yo YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, I go by Andrew, back again with another video. This time I'm thinking I'm going to talk about what I do and don't like about Call of Duty World War II. Last video I kind of went in depth about it. I don't think I went enough to give my full opinion, but this time I will. I'm going to explain what I do, don't like, and my overall what I think about it. And just in the background, I have a TDM game with PPSH, and then also on the back of that, I joined in late to an S&D game, and I think I went 13-0, and we made a crazy comeback. So I'm have that playing in the background while you guys listen to me rant and compliment the game. So I'm gonna start off what I don't like, because I think it's easier to really pick out and critique it versus saying what you do like. So I'm gonna start off. My number one thing is I think gun balancing in this game is absolutely trash. There has been so many buffs and nerfs to different types of weapons, and they just keep going back and forth. Like day one, the bar and the PPSH was good, and they haven't really touched SMGs. They've done a couple buffs, but mainly to the ARs. The bar has been nerfed, the FG42 has been nerfed, the STG has been buffed, the M1 Garand has been buffed. I think they're talking about buffing the FG42 again. So honestly, if they just came out the gate with those balanced guns, this wouldn't be a problem. Like, add some damage to the M114 or 91 or something. Add some damage to the M4A1 carbine, which is semi-auto, and it's like a 4-shot at long range. And add some damage to the grease gun, who already shoots really slow, and the Type 100 too. Like, those take 4 shots to kill close with a slow fire rate. So I think the gun balancing could really use some work on this game, but hopefully they'll get it right eventually, right? So the next thing up is the rank play system. Now, I'm a huge fan of competitive. I have been since Black Ops 2. I loved League playing that game, got Master Division, I grinded Advanced Warfare, ranked play, and Black Ops 3 arena play. And so, honestly, rank play in this game is so garbage that they just don't know what they're doing with it. Like, it took them, first off, 1 month to even release it in the full game. And then it took them another month to even add duos where you can play with a friend. And now it's going to take them another month to add team ranked, which is ridiculous. Call of Duty is a team-based game. You should already be able to play with those teammates that you want, instead of getting garbage teammates going 0-40 that don't know what they do and just leave halfway, and you're just stuck there taking the loss. So honestly, the rank play system needs a bunch of work, and I think they're about to release team ranked. Hopefully they make it better, cut out some of the glitches where you lose points when you win, and I think it has the potential to be pretty good. Next up is, on my opinion, is the score streak variety. Now, when you're going for a camo with a launcher, you basically can only shoot down a UAV and a counter UAV with kind of ease. Like, everything else takes a lot of skill to hit and a lot of luck. And I find there's a huge problem with this because, one, the score streaks are already pretty bad. Like, the napalm strike or airstrike is like 1100 points, and it literally can give you a max of like 2 kills. And I think, one, they need to be buffed, and two, they need to not be so high. Paratroopers are 1200 points for you to just call in a bunch of bots just to come down and maybe get 2 kills, and then they all die. And even in 50-point Dom, like, that's 24 kills, almost a V2 rocket, just to get paratroopers and have them die. So they need to add more variety and just make them better. And maybe not, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's too late to, you know, reset how much it costs to get them, but they need to buff them and do something with them. It's not working out, and they're too bad. They're really awful. And then the next up, I have the Sledgehammer communication with the community, and also goes on with the beta changes to the regular game. So in the beta, there was a good amount of problems, and the Sledgehammer took in from the community, and they had like a Reddit post, I think, and they took what the community said and applied it to the game. For example, quick draw time, Dom 50, they made that Dom 100, and like a bunch more. And then all those changes got reverted back in the normal game. Like, what's the point of changing them in the beta if you're just going to change them back in the regular game and make them how awful they were before? Like, quick draw is literally useless unless you're standing still, and Dom 50, that just annoys me. I'm pretty sure it annoys the whole community. So they do listen to the community, but they don't really do a good enough job and taking what they say. Like, the community has also been asking for team ranked for months, and it's taken them 3 months now just to even add it in, which is honestly, it's ridiculous. They do a good job. They do a good job communicating. They just don't put it in the games, which you can't really do. That's just something they need to fix. So now I'm done ranting. I'm actually going to talk about what I do like. To start it off, the actual game is really it has that historic quality with what you feel like you're playing. You buy this game to play a World War II multiplayer experience and campaign experience, and I feel like they really hit this on the job. The maps are just, they make you feel like you're in that World War II environment, and the guns are very symbolic to the time period that you're in, and they have some historic background to them, which I really appreciate and I really like. Next up, the supply drop system in this game is actually surprisingly very good. I love it. It gives you don't it doesn't make you have to pay for anything. You can literally buy all these or you can literally get all these guns from doing contracts that they add in, and you can buy them with armory credits, and the gear that they put in there is also pretty sick, pretty sweet. And you can, when you customize your character, I also like that. There's not too many things you have to customize. Like in Advanced Warfare, you had the gloves and sunglasses and hats and faces and body that you all had to customize. But in this game, I really like how they did the customability of everything in the game. And next up, the camouflages is one of my personal favorites. I love going for camouflages in every single COD game. I started off with WW2. I love going for that fall camo, and then Black Ops 2 came out with the diamonds, and I loved it. I got Dark Matter and Black Ops 3. And I'm so close to getting Chrome in this game. I'm only a couple away, like I said yesterday, but the camouflages and the challenges are really fun, and they're surprisingly not that hard to complete, which I really appreciate. And the last thing what I do like is the replayability and the grind that you're able to get out of these multiplayer matches. Now, one problem I had with Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered was it was so hard to play a lot of games in a good amount of time. Like, a lot of games for a long time, like Black Ops 2, you could do it easily. MW2, Black Ops 3, I really found you can just sit there and play for hours on end and not get bored. And then when jetpacks rolled around, it was kind of just like, it kind of got old pretty fast. It just lost all replayability, and by the time we got to Infinite Warfare, I couldn't play it. But in this game, I can literally sit down for a good 3 to 4 hours and just have a fun experience playing it, and I really appreciate that. It's really just a good experience to have, and it's something you want and look for in a game like this. So my overall, I really do enjoy this game. It has so many things wrong with it, but there's a lot of things that are right with it too. I think Sledgehammer will get to fixing eventually and will make this an almost perfect game. They just have to listen to the community more and just keep patching stuff till I guess they get it right. There's nothing more that they can do except listen to us. So to wrap up the video, I'm really happy with the game that we have for this year, COD 2017-18, and I'm looking forward to the year ahead. So if you have any criticism for me, please leave them down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.
Great work. They are in full retreat.